Manchester United's summer transfer window. What every Red Devils fan needs to know right now. Welcome to United News, your most trusted source for all things Manchester United. When the transfer window gets crazy and rumors fly around like confetti, we cut through the noise to bring you the facts that matter. Today we have some massive news that will make every United fan sit up and take notice. Are you ready for what could be the most exciting transfer news of the summer? Because what we are about to share will change how you see Manchester United's plans for the new season. Introduction: why this transfer window matters more than ever. Hello United family, and welcome back to United News. If you have been following Manchester United's transfer moves this summer, you know it has been a roller coaster ride. But today we have updates that could shape the entire direction of our beloved club for years to come. At United News, we pride ourselves on being the channel that brings you accurate, timely, and in-depth coverage of everything Manchester United. While other sources give you rumors and speculation, we dig deeper to give you the real story behind the headlines. Whether you are a lifelong Red Devils supporter or someone who bleeds Manchester United red, this is your home for transfer news that you can trust. So grab your favorite United mug, settle in, and let us break down the three biggest transfer stories that are dominating the headlines right now. We are talking about Benjamin Sesko's decision, the potential signing of Gianluigi Donnarumma, and what it all means for our squad going forward. Man United launch improved Sesko bid after Newcastle offer accepted, and striker agrees personal terms. Manchester United have raised their offer for Benjamin Sesko after RB Leipzig accepted Newcastle's superior bid, and multiple sources have weighed in on how the situation will play out. Sesko has made it crystal clear he wishes to sign for Man United and not Newcastle. Reporting on X on Wednesday morning, transfer guru Fabrizio Romano revealed a full agreement on personal terms has been sealed. Benjamin Sesko has reached total agreement with Manchester United on personal terms, wrote Romano. Contract until June 2030. However, Sesko's club, RB Leipzig, must also be negotiated with. Newcastle's second offer for the Slovenian striker was worth €80 million plus €10 million in add-ons. Man United, meanwhile, tabled an opening bid worth €75 million plus €10 million in add-ons. To ensure Leipzig took their bid seriously, Man United made the first €5 million of the €10 million total in add-ons easily achievable. But with Leipzig determined to extract maximum value, Man United have been informed they must raise the stakes. According to Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg, that's exactly what the Red Devils have done. Also reporting on X, Plettenberg stated, Manchester United have improved their offer and are currently proposing around €80 million as a fixed fee plus add-ons, previously €75 plus 10. However, there is still no agreement with RB Leipzig. Marcel Schaefer has not accepted the current offer as of this morning at 9:49 a.m. German time, and further improvements are demanded. While Man United seemingly still have work to do on the club-to-club end, the expectation across the industry is they will win the race. Reporter Ben Jacobs declared Man United are advancing on reaching an agreement with Leipzig to sign Benjamin Sesko. That came after David Ornstein stated Man United are closing in on a deal to sign Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. The Benjamin Sesko saga, United's striking success story. Who is Benjamin Sesko and why does he matter? Let us start with the biggest news first. Benjamin Sesko, the 22-year-old Slovenian striker who has been lighting up the Bundesliga with RB Leipzig, has made his choice. And United fans, you are going to love this news. For those who might not know much about Sesko, let me paint you a picture. This young man is not just any striker. He stands tall, moves like a player who has been playing at the top level for years, and has the kind of finishing ability that makes defenders lose sleep at night. At just 22, he has already shown he can compete with some of the best strikers in Europe. But why has he become such a hot property? Simple. Goals win games, and Sesko knows how to find the back of the net. His performances for Leipzig have caught the attention of clubs across Europe, and now we know where his heart lies. The transfer battle that had everyone watching. The fight for Sesko's signature turned into one of the most interesting transfer battles of the summer. On one side, we had Newcastle United, backed by their Saudi owners and ready to spend big money. On the other side, Manchester United, a club that still holds incredible appeal for young players who dream of playing at Old Trafford. Newcastle came in strong with their offer. They put down €90 million on the table. That breaks down to €80 million up front plus another €10 million in add-ons. For a 22-year-old striker, that is serious money. It showed just how much Newcastle wanted to make Sesko the face of their attack. But Manchester United had a different approach. Their bid totaled €85 million, which included €75 million upfront and €10 million in add-ons. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, Newcastle offered more money, so surely they would win this battle? Here is where it gets interesting. United made sure that the first €5 million of their add-on payments would be easy to achieve. This was a smart move because it basically guaranteed Leipzig would see €80 million from United, making the gap between the two offers much smaller than it first appeared. The moment everything changed. Late Tuesday night, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano dropped a hint that sent United fans into celebration mode. Romano, who has become the most trusted voice in transfer news, suggested that Sesko was leaning toward Manchester United. But it was reporter Ben Jacobs who removed all doubt. Taking to social media, Jacobs made it crystal clear that Sesko had communicated his desire to join Manchester United. After all the speculation, after all the back and forth, the young striker had made his choice. What makes this even more impressive is that Newcastle tried one last desperate attempt to change his mind. They offered Sesko even more lucrative personal terms, basically trying to throw more money at the problem. But sometimes football is about more than just money, and this appears to be one of those times. What this means for Manchester United. So why did Sesko choose United over Newcastle? The answer tells us a lot about what Manchester United still represents in world football. Despite not having Champions League football to offer this season, despite the struggles of recent years, Manchester United remains Manchester United. Young players still dream of running out at Old Trafford. They still want to wear that famous red shirt. They still want to be part of the history and tradition that makes Manchester United special. Sesko's decision proves that the United brand, the United legacy, and the United promise still matter. For Ruben Amorim, getting Sesko would solve a major problem. United have been looking for a striker who can lead the line, someone who can be the focal point of their attack for years to come. At 22, Sesko fits that description perfectly. He is young enough to develop and improve, but already good enough to make an immediate impact. The final hurdle that remains. But hold on, United fans, before we start planning the welcome party, there is still one important step left. While Sesko has chosen Manchester United, the club still needs to agree on a deal with RB Leipzig. This is where things could get tricky. Leipzig knows that Newcastle offered €90 million. They also know that United's offer is worth €85 million. The question now is whether Leipzig will accept United's lower offer because that is where the player wants to go, or whether they will demand that United match Newcastle's bid. Fabrizio Romano has said that today, August 6th, will be a crucial day in determining what happens next. United and Leipzig are expected to have more talks, and we should get a clearer picture of whether this deal will go through. From United's perspective, they have done the hard part by convincing the player. Now it is about convincing Leipzig that €85 million is enough to get this deal done. Gianluigi Donnarumma, the goalkeeper revolution United needs. Why United need a new goalkeeper. While the Sesko story dominates the headlines, there is another transfer story brewing that could be just as important for Manchester United's future. We are talking about Gianluigi Donnarumma, the Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper who has been described as the best in the world. Let us be honest about United's goalkeeper situation. It has been a problem position for the club for several seasons now. While Andre Onana arrived with high expectations, his performances have been inconsistent. Some games he looks world-class, other games he makes mistakes that cost the team points. Ruben Amorim knows that to build a championship-winning team, you need a goalkeeper you can trust completely. Someone who not only makes great saves but also commands his penalty area and organizes the defense. Donnarumma fits that description perfectly. Who is Gianluigi Donnarumma? For those who might not be familiar with Donnarumma's story, let me fill you in. This 26-year-old Italian goalkeeper has been making headlines since he was a teenager. He broke into AC Milan's first team when he was just 16 years old, becoming the youngest goalkeeper ever to debut for the club. His agent, Vincenzo Raiola, calls him the best goalkeeper in the world and believes he deserves the Ballon d'Or. While that might sound like agent talk, Donnarumma's record speaks for itself. He was a key player in Italy's European Championship victory in 2020, making crucial saves throughout the tournament. At PSG, he has continued to perform at the highest level, but his future at the French club has become uncertain. With PSG looking to sign Lucas Chevalier as their new number 1, Donnarumma suddenly finds himself available for transfer. The transfer details that have United fans excited. According to reports from Stretty News, Manchester United are preparing to make their first concrete offer for Donnarumma. PSG are willing to sell the goalkeeper for around €35 million, which is roughly £30.5 million. United's opening bid is expected to be worth €30 million, which is about £26.1 million. While this is slightly lower than PSG's asking price, it is close enough to start serious negotiations. But here is the key detail that gives United hope. Donnarumma has a great desire to play in the Premier League. This is huge because it means the player is motivated to make the move happen. When a player really wants to join your club, it makes negotiations much easier. The timing also works in United's favor. Donnarumma's contract at PSG expires in less than a year, which means PSG cannot demand an enormous transfer fee. They know they risk losing him for nothing if they wait too long. What industry experts are saying. Transfer experts have been tracking this story for weeks now. Bundesliga expert Jan Åge Fjørtoft, a former Norway international striker, confirmed on social media that talks between United and PSG are definitely happening. Fjørtoft wrote that while some reports suggested this was a non-starter, his sources tell him the process is very much alive. There are ongoing discussions, and while he cannot predict where it will end, the interest is real from both sides. SportsZone also reported that United have made contact with Paris regarding Donnarumma. They suggest it is almost certain that no new agreement will be reached between the goalkeeper and PSG, which opens the door for other clubs. The Andre Onana factor. Of course, signing Donnarumma would raise questions about Andre Onana's future at the club. According to Team Talk's Dean Jones, the most straightforward path to signing Donnarumma would involve selling Onana first. The club understands that Onana could be moved on under the right circumstances. But so far this summer there has been little concrete interest from other clubs. This creates a complicated situation for United. One potential solution being considered is bringing in a goalkeeper on a temporary loan deal. Having two top-level goalkeepers permanently on the books is not financially feasible for most clubs, but a loan arrangement might make it work. The Chelsea connection. What Garnacho's situation means. Alejandro Garnacho and the Chelsea interest. While United fans are getting excited about potential new signings, there is also news about a player who might be leaving Old Trafford. Alejandro Garnacho, the young Argentine winger who has become a fan favorite, is attracting serious interest from Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano, who never stops tracking transfer stories, continues to remind people not to forget about Chelsea's interest in Garnacho. In his latest YouTube update, Romano emphasized that Chelsea keep thinking about the United winger. Romano has been covering this story for many weeks now, and he believes it is very much a live situation that could develop into something concrete very soon. Why this matters for United's transfer strategy. The potential departure of Garnacho would be a blow for many United fans. The young winger has shown flashes of brilliance and represents the kind of homegrown talent that the club loves to develop. However, from a business perspective, selling Garnacho could provide United with additional funds to pursue their other transfer targets. If Chelsea are serious about their interest, they would likely pay a substantial fee for a player of Garnacho's potential. This creates an interesting dilemma for United. Do they keep a promising young player who might develop into a star, or do they cash in while his value is high and use that money to strengthen other areas of the squad? Chelsea fan reaction. Interestingly, Romano notes that this transfer story is not particularly popular with Chelsea fans. Many of them would prefer the club to focus on other targets rather than pursuing Garnacho. But as Romano points out, whether Chelsea fans like it or not, this is a genuine possibility that they might have to get used to. When a club like Chelsea sets their sights on a player, they often get their man. What all these transfers mean for United's season. Building a championship-caliber squad. Let us step back and look at the bigger picture here. If United manage to complete deals for both Sesko and Donnarumma, while potentially receiving a good fee for Garnacho, it would represent a significant transformation of the squad. Adding Sesko would solve United's striker problem for years to come. The young Slovenian has the physical attributes, technical skills, and mentality to succeed at Old Trafford. More importantly, he has chosen United over other options, which suggests he is committed to the project. Bringing in Donnarumma would address the goalkeeper position that has been a source of uncertainty. Having a world-class goalkeeper gives the entire team confidence and provides a solid foundation to build from. The financial implications. These potential transfers also show that United are willing to invest heavily in quality. The combined cost of Sesko and Donnarumma would be over €100 million, which is a significant commitment. However, this level of investment is necessary if United want to compete with the best teams in the Premier League in Europe. Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool all have world-class players in key positions. United need to match that quality if they want to challenge for trophies. The potential sale of Garnacho could help offset some of these costs. But United's owners seem prepared to back Ruben Amorim with the resources he needs to succeed. Ruben Amorim's vision taking shape. These transfers also give us insight into Ruben Amorim's vision for the team. He clearly wants players who are not just talented, but who also want to play for Manchester United specifically. Both Sesko and Donnarumma have reportedly chosen United over other options that might have offered more money or immediate success. This suggests Amorim is building a squad of players who are committed to the United project rather than just picking up a paycheck. The road ahead. What United fans should expect. Transfer window timeline. With the transfer window closing soon, United fans can expect these stories to develop quickly over the next few days and weeks. The Sesko situation needs to be resolved first, as other moves might depend on getting that deal done. If United can secure Sesko's signature, it would give them momentum to push forward with other targets like Donnarumma. Success breeds success in the transfer market, and completing one high-profile deal often makes it easier to complete others. Realistic expectations. While these potential signings are exciting, United fans should also maintain realistic expectations. Transfer deals can fall through at the last minute for various reasons, and nothing is guaranteed until a player is holding up the United shirt at Old Trafford. That said, the fact that United have identified clear targets and are pursuing them aggressively is encouraging. It shows the club has a plan and is willing to execute it. The importance of squad depth. Beyond these headline signings, United also need to think about squad depth. Injuries happen during long seasons, and having quality options on the bench can make the difference between success and failure. If some current players like Garnacho do leave, United will need to replace not just their first-team contributions but also the depth they provided to the squad. Why United News remains your best source. Our commitment to accurate reporting. Throughout this transfer window, United News has remained committed to bringing you accurate, well-researched information about Manchester United's transfer activities. While other sources chase clicks with wild speculation, we focus on facts and reliable sources. Our coverage of the Sesko story, for example, has been based on reports from established transfer experts like Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs. We do not just repeat rumors. We analyze them and provide context that helps you understand what is really happening. Understanding the business side. What sets United News apart is our understanding that football transfers are complex business transactions. They involve multiple parties, competing interests, and variables that can change quickly. When we report on a potential signing like Donnarumma, we explain not just the player's quality but also the financial implications, the impact on other squad members, and the strategic thinking behind the move. Your United community. Most importantly, United News is more than just a news source. We are part of the Manchester United community. We understand what these transfers mean to fans because we are fans ourselves. When Sesko chose United over Newcastle, we felt the same excitement you did. When there are concerns about Garnacho potentially leaving, we share those worries. This is our club too, and that perspective informs everything we do. Conclusion: an exciting future awaits. As we wrap up this comprehensive look at Manchester United's current transfer situation, one thing becomes clear. This could be a transformative summer for the club. The potential signing of Benjamin Sesko represents more than just adding a striker to the squad. It shows that Manchester United still holds appeal for the best young players in world football. Despite not having Champions League football to offer, despite the challenges of recent seasons, talented players still dream of playing for this historic club. If the Donnarumma deal also comes to fruition, United would have addressed two of their most pressing needs in one transfer window. A world-class goalkeeper and a promising young striker would provide the foundation for sustained success. The possible departure of Alejandro Garnacho reminds us that football is a business, and sometimes difficult decisions have to be made. But if United can reinvest any transfer fees wisely, the net result could still be positive for the squad's overall quality. What excites me most about these developments is what they say about the direction of the club. Ruben Amorim and the leadership team clearly have a vision for what they want Manchester United to become, and they are taking concrete steps to make that vision a reality. These are not panic purchases or short-term fixes. Sesko is 22 years old and could be United's striker for the next decade. Donnarumma is 26 and entering his prime years as a goalkeeper. These are signings designed to build something lasting. For those of us who have supported Manchester United through thick and thin, who have endured the disappointments and celebrated the victories, there is reason for genuine optimism. The pieces are coming together for what could be a special season. So keep following United News as we continue to track these developing stories. When there are updates on the Sesko negotiations, when we learn more about the Donnarumma situation, when any new developments emerge, we will be here to break it down and explain what it means for our beloved club. The transfer window might be entering its final phase, but for Manchester United and their fans, the excitement is just beginning. These next few weeks could define the trajectory of the club for years to come. Until next time, keep believing in Manchester United, keep supporting the team through every twist and turn, and remember that at United News, we are always here to keep you informed about everything that matters to the Red Devils family. Thank you for trusting us with your Manchester United news, and we will see you again soon with more updates from the world of United transfers.